Welcome to T&M Magic Hour.
Hi, I'm Tisha,
Hi, and I'm Michelle.
and we are going to talk everything Disney, Universal, and everything travel. So let's get into it.
So the idea of this podcast came because I absolutely love listening to podcasts in my car. Disney, Universal, Florida is my happy place, and it just brings a bit of the holiday magic back to me when I'm in my car with the rain pouring around me. Takes me back to my trips. So I couldn't think of anybody better who I'd like to co-host a podcast with than Tisha. So I approached her a few weeks ago just to see if she'd be interested in co-hosting this podcast with me, so we could relive our trips and all of our magic things together.
Yes, I haven't listened to many podcasts, I'll be totally honest, but this is something new for me. I do make vlogs in general on my own channel, but this being a podcast is something new. So I'm really excited to actually do this.
Yeah, and the idea, I think, is we're going to do bi-weekly podcasts, and it will be a bit of a mixture of our trips, some sort of tips and things that we've learned along the way, as well as some kind of park news, Orlando news, and we are going to kind of spread it a little bit wider as well. So it's not just going to be just kind of Disney, Universal focused. There'll be a bit of other things in there too. So we thought we would start by just introducing ourselves and a bit of our, about us and how we've kind of come to the Disney love, to the Florida love, Universal love, and all of that sort of stuff. So, I'll probably start with this one. So Disney was quite a large part of our lives growing up when I was a child. Me and my sister used to be obsessed with kind of The Lion King, all the princesses. We loved all of the VHS, if anyone's old enough to remember those, when they used to come out. It used to be a really exciting thing to go and pick that up from the shop when they used to come in. But I didn't actually visit a Disney park until I was probably 15. I think it was 15. We went to Disneyland Paris, was my first experience of a Disney park. So I went there with my family and absolutely loved it. It was really loved the park. And then kind of went back again after I'd met my now husband, but Russell. So we went, that was our very first trip away together, was to Euro Disney or Disneyland Paris, which was way back in 2001. So that was kind of his first foray into Disney. Although the interesting thing with him is he wasn't probably that bothered by it at that point. So that was the one and only time we went. And then we kind of then left it for quite a long time and did lots of traveling around Europe and all of that kind of stuff. And didn't come back to our Disney obsession, which is how it's become now, until relatively recently. So my son, he's nearly 14 now, so was born in 2011. So he grew up and he is a Disney, slightly different Disney fan to me. He's not a princess fan. Cars is his favorite. He absolutely loves Cars.
That.
And then kind of then grew into the other things, the Marvel things, all that sort of stuff. But we got to a point where I was he was 9, nearly 10. And I was having a conversation with Russell and sort of saying, if we don't do Disney soon, we're going to bypass the Disney phase. He's not going to want to go. And Russell really wasn't bothered. So what I actually did was I booked it anyway. And surprised them both on New Year's Eve of 2022 to let them know we were going in the April for Easter. Mainly the surprise because I thought he might say no. So that was our very first Walt Disney World trip, which we did. We did an off-site stay, so we didn't stay on site. And we did all the parks, and we did that typical first trip thing where we rammed our trip full of park.
As we all do.
Yeah, absolutely. Rope drop to park drop. And absolutely rammed it, but absolutely loved it. So that was really where the obsession started for us.
Yeah, I love that. My obsession's a little different actually. My mum took me for the first time, I want to say 2006. So I was just turned 13, had no idea I was going. I was told that I was going to Alton Towers for 2 weeks.
Slightly different.
Exactly, very different. And we went with my 2 godmothers who were sisters, and one of them at the time had a daughter who turned 1, and she's born the day after me. So it was her first birthday, my 13th. And then from there, so we were in the car on the way to the airport, and in my head, I was told, like, oh, we're just going to go through Gatwick. You kind of have to go around it just to get back to the other side on the motorway and continue our journey from there. And I was like, okay, yeah, me being naive as you do. And my mum turns around and she's in the front of the car and she turns around and goes to me, here's a little wallet. And I was like, okay. And I open up the wallet and all I see is American dollars. And I'm like, okay. And not gonna work. I was a bit confused at that point. And she goes to me, what is it? And I goes, it's American dollars. And she goes, and? So I was like, we're going to America. And she went, we're going to Disney World. And I was like crying and everyone was sobbing. And in a little video, you do hear my godmother's daughter say, did Disneyland, which happened to be her first word. It was kind of brilliant. You just hear us ever so slightly in the background. You're like, oh, she said it. However, on that first trip that we did, I got really sick with heat stroke in my second week, which means I wasn't allowed out or I couldn't stay out for a good chunk of time. I could only kind of be out in the sun for about an hour. We didn't know what it was at first because I'd gone Jamaica a couple of years before that and I was absolutely fine. And that's where my home family are from. But yeah, so fast forwarding to years down the line, many, many years down the line, I got into my adult years and I've always felt guilty for how she surprised me and the fact that on the second week we couldn't do much. I don't really actually remember much of Disney, but I do remember a lot of Universal, which is where we spent most of our time. Fast forward into that 2022, I surprised my mum with a trip to Disneyland Paris. At the end, so I think it was New Year's Eve we went. That didn't go to plan either. Because I didn't realize there was a party, and this is where I think I was a bit of a very much a beginner in booking things like this. So then I still felt guilty. So fast forward to 2023, I said to my mum, look, I'm qualifying as a nurse this year and we're getting towards the end of the year. What would you like for Christmas? Would you like to go away somewhere and I'll pay for it? And she said, yeah. And I goes, where? And we looked at New York, and New York was well and truly only like over £3,000. And we were like, is there anywhere else you want to go? And she said, what about Florida? And lo and behold, that was the March of 23. And by the time we got to December, I graduated and we went on our first Disney trip properly there. And it was perfect. And that has been an obsession ever since.
Yeah. Gets under your skin, doesn't it?
It really does. Like, I literally think the way that it worked is we came back. So this was a couple of weeks before the Christmas. So we came back and instantly I booked a trip for her 50th birthday last year. I didn't go in 24 because I'd gone to Mexico instead. But in the end, I booked it pretty much straight away. And before I even get on a trip, I always have one booked.
Yeah, we're the same. I can't be doing the dealing with getting on that plane to get home if I have not got a countdown.
You can't just not have another countdown. And this is what's burning me at the minute is that I'm about to come to a trip and I haven't got next year booked because I can't decide which I want to go to. But we will get into that part later.
Yeah, I was going to say that's got to be this afternoon job, surely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No, I'm the same. I literally have to have that countdown in the app. Yeah. I need to be able to open the app and just see it therefore.
Yeah.
Even if it's hundreds of days away.
Exactly. I mean, this trip that I'm going on, that was over when I booked it. It like had something like 400 and something days, and I was like, "Well, this seems so long," but I know it was coming. Now I have no countdown.
No, exactly. Yeah, you need a countdown.
I need a countdown.
Yeah, and it is funny, isn't it? It's because the amount of people that ask me as well, this is why Disney. Like, what is it that about it? It's just so. And it's such a difficult thing to explain, isn't it? When you go,
absolutely, yeah.
Because I don't feel the same because you go to Disneyland Paris. You've been recently, haven't you? And you've been a lot more than I have because I haven't been to Disneyland Paris since 2001.
Right. Yeah.
Although I am planning on taking Charlie actually later on in the year, just me and him.
Nice.
I really want to see Frozen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it looks amazing. But so I haven't been there for a long time. But that never gave me the same feeling that Walt Disney World in Florida does.
Yeah.
There's just something completely unique about it that
absolutely
you get nowhere else.
100% agree with that. I couldn't have put it better myself. I mean, there's just something, like you said, there's just something different between the parks. I don't know if
Yeah.
because maybe this one's quite close to home, if that makes sense. Like Disneyland Paris is
Yeah.
quite close to home, whereas Florida, it's the sun, the vibe, the fact that there is more parks compared to Paris, where you only have the two, whereas with Florida you have four, and I'll add into this part that I've only been to two out of the four.
So where's my mind?
Don't judge me. But yes, so yeah, it's a great feeling, and
Yeah.
it's Disney.
Yeah. It's
There's
just
always
it's the
something new.
moment. Oh, absolutely. The moment that you step onto property, it's just, well, this time round we were a little bit bougie, so we've just come back from our Easter trip.
Yeah.
Actually it was a month ago, sometimes. But yeah, we did the minivan
Oh,
transfers to and from the
nice.
airport, which was amazing. They are quite spenny. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, they're quite expensive. But from the moment you stepped into the minivan, you just
Yeah.
had that little Disney bubble that was just, yeah, it was
Almost
just,
instantly.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got little Mickey shorts on the telly in the back of the van, and yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, and the cast members are just, yeah, there's something else, aren't
I think there's a massive difference between cast members, and again, we will probably get this into later into other episodes, but there is a massive difference between cast members in Paris and cast members in Florida. There's just something completely different.
Yeah.
And I have to say the ones in Florida almost bring top tier magic.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah, but we quite often say that, like, when the difference between going to Universal and Disney, because
Yeah.
on most trips we do both parks,
Yeah.
both sets of parks, and we always liken going to Universal like just going to visit your delinquent cousin. There's something just, yeah, that's just not quite the same.
It is not. I think I
Yeah.
only go to Universal simply just because I am a massive Harry Potter fan.
Yeah,
But after that, I'm like,
same.
okay, I had my Harry Potter like fix. Switch it back to Disney. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely same. So which house are you? Because that's obviously an important question.
Slytherin. I've for years I've been saying that I wanted to be a Gryffindor, but I do have the mentality and the heart of a Slytherin.
Yeah, same. Absolutely the same. So again, whole other episode of this probably, but
Yeah.
so many reasons why not any of the others.
Yeah, definitely not. I feel like with Ravenclaw, and I know I'm gonna get so much hate for this, Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff, they're always
Oh yeah, absolutely. They were never in the running.
they were never in the running. You're
No.
either a Gryffindor or a Slytherin, and those are the only two houses that exist in my world.
Quite frankly,
know.
if you
I'm
were
gonna get
given, oh no, I'm the same. But if I was given either of those, I'd have just upped and left that school. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's just, yeah, there's no point
I'm
in
not
that.
staying. Forget the
No.
magic. Forget that I'm a witch. I'm out.
Yeah, absolutely not. Back to Muggle school it is for me.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. But Universal is a lot of fun though. Don't get me wrong, I'm not
It
dissing
is.
Universal. And actually, as Charlie gets older, he's very much gearing towards the universe. He much prefers Universal
Yeah.
to Disney. He still loves Disney, but it's a teenage dream, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah. I think Universal with I think the rides are more, what's the word? They're more roller coaster based. Your thrill rides, that kind of thing, which
Yeah.
is why I think I don't do Universal as much compared to Disney. I feel like, especially as I go with my mum.
Yeah.
She don't do rides like that. So when I do roller coasters, it's like, I don't really want to do them on my own. Like, I don't mind to, but
Yeah.
it's fun with somebody else. So it's like we do more Disney because there's so much more to do there. But Universal is great for those that are absolute thrill seekers.
Yes, exactly that. And that is exactly where my son sits. So
Yeah.
yeah, It's a Small World doesn't do it for him anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's a classic. The older you get, like, no matter how much we all say that we can't stand It's a Small World, we don't like the song, we don't like the ride, we will always join that ride at some
Oh
point
yeah.
and
Yeah,
sit
yeah.
there and sing along and bounce your head like this.
Well, it's the law for us. So it is on every single trip we have to do it once. It
Yeah.
is the law. I have a picture of Charlie. We went on that, it was the second trip that we went, and we got
Yeah.
stuck on it.
Oh
so that
no.
stopped, but the song carried on.
Oh god.
Honestly, this photograph I've got of him, I will find it and put it on socials, but it is hilarious because he's literally like, "What are you making me do here?" And I think it was about 15 minutes. We were stuck on
That's like 15 minutes of torture with the song.
Yeah,
Like,
it was. It was
it's just
eternity.
embedded in your head. It's a bit like is it Carousel of Progress or Progress of Carousel? I can't remember the wording around it. But you get that it's a great big beautiful tomorrow, and that just gets trapped in your head. I have to say, it's almost like a pill.
It is, absolutely.
It absolutely keeps going and going, and
it does.
You say you hate it, but actually you truly love it.
Yeah, you can't help it. Absolutely.
You can't not do it.
Yeah. The only one that Russell will refuse to do, so it's not actually it's one of it's the Tiki Room. Honestly, he absolutely hates the Tiki Room. It's in Magic Kingdom. It's with the one with the birds. You have to do that now.
I don't think I have to. I've done that. Now I'm gonna. There's a lot that I haven't done. So guys, be prepared for a lot of thrill, because there's a lot that I've come to realize that I haven't done. As I've come to realize that now.
Well, go with an open mind.
I will keep that in.
I just say I didn't recommend it. All right. It's just
I'll put it at the bottom. Michelle recommended it.
I didn't.
My goodness, but yeah, you can't help but do these rides, even as much as they annoy us over the years.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So which of the two parks you have done?
I have done Magic Kingdom and Epcot. Those are the two parts that I have done. So this trip will be, I probably should announce this now. So I fly out on the 16th of May. So by the time that this comes out, I would have been and gone. In fact, I would have been on my flight coming home as it comes out. I know, I'm going to be in this crying.
You're really upset and sad because your trip is over. Yeah.
So I fly out on the 16th of May. So we have got 14-day tickets to Disney and 14-day tickets to Universal. But the way that my itinerary's gone, it's gone a bit peak, and I seem to be doing Disney more than Universal. So now I regret getting the 14-day Universal. But these are tips and tricks that you learn as you go along. These are tips and tricks that you learn as you go along. So I will be doing Hollywood Studios this time and Animal Kingdom. So those will be new to me.
Yeah, amazing. It's always nice to have new things to do as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. I'm also looking forward to getting back to Epcot, because currently it's their Flower and Garden Festival, which I did do last year, and I absolutely loved it.
It's my favorite one.
I've never been to any other, but I have seen videos or other vlogs of the other festivals, and I have to say Flower and Garden just seems to be my favorite. I think it's just the topiaries that
it's such a beautiful festival. We have never done the Festival of the Arts. That's the only one we've not been there for. We've done all of the others, and I know a lot of other people like Food and Wine. Food and Wine's the best. Now, it's great, but Flower and Garden, it's just something about it. It's just a beautiful festival.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to trying their food. I think I only tried one thing last year, maybe. I know I tried the maple popcorn, and then there was a bit just near Canada, and it had it was a waffle and chicken dish, but it had jalapenos in the waffle, and that kind of threw me off. Like, it wasn't bad, but I felt like the jalapeno should have been in the chicken, not the waffle.
It was just the wrong way around.
It was the wrong way around for me. So I didn't actually enjoy that as much as I thought I would. But we did try, I think maybe in the China Pavilion, I think I want to say the dumplings we tried, and I want to say wontons, but I could be totally wrong. But they were good. And then we didn't try anything else after that, because you find that you're more thirsty in the heat than you are hungry.
Exactly.
And that's this year. I've already got a list of everything I'm trying, so money will be spent.
Yes. We always find that though with the food, because one of my favorite things to do is do the snack booths. For an evening meal, but just snack round. But we always find in the heat, like, you get to a point you're just like, actually, I just don't want it.
Exactly. You just don't want it. You're like, I'm more thirsty than anything else.
Exactly. But do you like sweet corn?
I do. I have seen it. It's on my list. I already know where you're going with this.
Oh my gosh. The things they can do with sweet corn. It was amazing.
Oh,
It was so good.
sweet corn is like my favorite, so I'm very much ready to buy. I said to my mum already, she getting her own, I getting my own. We ain't
Yeah.
sharing this one.
Oh, don't share. Don't share. No,
We're not
no
sharing
sharing.
that. I'm eating this one to myself.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'd go back just for that. It was that good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So before we keep rambling and going on, as you can tell, me and Michelle, we absolutely can go into Disney forever and talk and talk and talk. We are going to get into our trivia time, which Michelle is going to introduce.
Yes, I am. So every episode, we decided we were going to do just a bit of fun trivia, and we'll give you the answer in the next episode from this one, obviously. So a bit of fun for you to have a think about. So the question for this episode is, which Walt Disney Park opened second after Magic Kingdom? So which Walt Disney World Park opened second after Magic Kingdom? And for bonus points, what year did it open?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know if I actually know the answer to that. I'll leave that one.
Well, I do, but I obviously
You
researched
do, but I have to do my research on that one actually. I
Yeah.
think I have an inkling, but
Yeah.
we'll let you guys know in the next episode.
So another sort of section we thought we'd do every episode as well, just to have a bit of consistency each time, is a would you rather section, which we will both answer, and we've put a slight controversial element to it every time. And what we'd really like is we'll put the question up on our socials as well, and we'd really like you all to answer it so that we can perhaps, you know, kind of open the next episode and just discuss what other people's thoughts were on it as well. So this episode is, would you rather only ever do Disney holidays again or only ever do Universal holidays again? So Tisha.
Oh, I like that one. I have to say, I mean, I know I touched base on this just a tad, but it's going to be Disney only. And I think it's just because there is so much more to do to see surrounding Disney. So I think for me, it's a Disney only trip.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think that would be fairly obvious from my conversations and thoughts earlier. This may split my family, however, so my son may go on holiday on his own, because that would, you know, really upset him if we did that. So it might be that me and my husband will go. Me and Russell will be at Disney, and he'll go to Universal. But yeah, for me, it's not that controversial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mum likes Disney, so I know I'm safe in that aspect.
Yeah.
She kind of just follows wherever I go.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, guys, that is the end of our first episode. We'd hit it. That is our first episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, because that will truly help us out and we would truly appreciate it. I will link all of our social medias, like our personal ones, the social media for this particular page, all down in the description below.
So episode 2, I think, will be dropping on the 13th of June, which is 2 weeks from today, I think. If I've got that right, but it'll be the Saturday, 2 weeks from today. And that one is all going to be about Disney versus Universal, and which one is worth the money. So that'll follow on from our poll very nicely. So if you could all fill that in, that would be great. That gives us a bit more to talk about. And one of the other things as well, we would quite like to hear from anyone is some inclusion on funny or horror stories that you might have from past trips. We'd just quite like to include some of your stories into these episodes as well. So if you've got any of them, that would also be great.
Absolutely. But on that note, we thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Thank you all so much for watching.
We hope you had a magical time.
See you next time on T&M Magic Hour.